Hey everybody, welcome to Rivals of Waterdeep Season 13, halfway point, y'all. Episode 5.
Oh boy.
Halfway through the season.
Buddy.
Already.
Yeah.
Let's go through and introduce all our players, starting with LaTia.
It's me. Hi, everybody. I'm LaTia, and I play everybody's favorite Arakockra monk, Tahani, whose pronouns, along with mine, are she, her.
All right, Masood.
Hey everyone, I'm Masood. I play Gazrick Nomrad, everyone's favorite socialist businessman druid construct. Both our pronouns are he, him.
Brian.
Hi, I'm Brian, and I play everyone's favorite Aasimar Storm Sorcerer, which is now official. Virgil is everyone's favorite. His pronouns are he, him. My pronouns are he, they.
All it takes is speaking it into existence.
Yeah, I know. You gotta claim it. Claim it, as we mentioned in the pre-show. We gotta claim it. We are missing Eugenio Vargas. The wonderful Kent is missing today. So let's go to Tanya.
Well, he's not missing. We know where he is.
He's missing. He's in the air. We actually don't know where he is.
Yeah. That,
oh my god.
Lassie, where?
Hold on. Let me get flight tracker out. Hold on a second. Wait.
That actually would be a very relaxed way to announce that someone is like missing.
We kept streaming, and by the way, I don't know.
By the way,
we don't know where they are.
I did get this really odd note in like magazine letters.
Yeah.
Don't know if I should have shown that to you all.
Oh no, that's fine.
Wow.
That's a normal way of
No.
communication.
Well, how's nifty? Did you find it on Etsy or did it just show up?
No, it just showed up at my door.
Everyone's
It's never going-
When they say send your booking details to a friend, that's a really weird way to do it.
You
Okay,
know.
I gotta say.
It was just a confirmation number in magazine.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you're just taking the joke too far.
I like that.
Hi. Before we get too far off the rails this week, because clearly we're full of silly, I'm Tanya, Cypher Tier. I play Selise Astorio, your Paladin Ranger with a skosh of Barbarian. Both her pronouns and mine are she, her.
Cool. And I'm Shareef, your DM, he, him, variety of NPCs, including Shaka, also he, him. So since Eugenio is missing, I don't think we mentioned up front, but I guess we can. We have new emotes, y'all.
Yes.
We tweeted them out, and they are available. We have a bunch of cool ones. Let me run down a little list. Actually, we have an emote of Brian the Brain in the automaton. We have Tahani's paint palette. We have Kent's cape. We have Virgil's fan, which is looking awesome. We got Duo, Fenris, we got Shaka's hat, and we have an animated emote of Troll Skull Manor,
Super cool.
looking completely not creepy at all.
Not creepy.
So yeah, thanks to Queen Beanie for making those awesome emotes for us. And they look cool, and I'm very, very excited to have them. So thank you for all of that stuff. All right. Brian, since we are missing Eugenio for the Patreon stuff.
That's true. We eventually said that we would toss this back and forth. But speaking of, moving right from emotes, aka a subscriber benefit on Twitch, over to Patreon, where we have been paying a little bit more attention to our Patreon, adding new tiers and content from our opening Patreon level at $3 a month, all the way up to our newly added Tiamat Club at $50 a month. Each increasing tier contains more rewards and denotes you as a supporter in our Discord. And I would say if you're looking for a great suggestion on the tier to start at, or if you're at a lower tier than this and you want to bump it up, the $10 tier is really the good one, because supporters at $10, they get early access to the podcast version of our episode, they get access to our post-show discussions, and they get that weekly DM journal from Shareef. So you can always enjoy us live here on Sundays, but if you want to get a little bit more flavor, a little bit of behind the scenes info, I would absolutely head over to our Patreon. I was doing so well.
You were right in it. You were right in it.
I did. I would.
You know, our portraits are on the Patreon.
Just get back on the horse.
It's true.
Yep.
Our portraits are on Patreon. That is 100%. But you can support us over on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Rivals of Waterdeep.
Mm-hmm. That's not to say also to our $50 patrons that we don't appreciate you, because we really do. And you get a lot of cool stuff as well at that caliber. but we also understand that like $50 might be a lot to ask per month.
I was going in for the deal. Like, we love all of our supporters, no matter what the levels are. You know, as I said, they go from $3 to $50. But right there in that $10 is like a nice kind of sweet spot, which, you know, you get to support us, you get some access, and I think that we all win. We all win. It's a win-win. It's a win-win-win-win-win because we have 5 tiers. So win.
Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
There it is.
All wins.
Heck
Cool.
yeah.
Masood, why don't you hit us with some ad stuff?
Hey, would love to. You know, we've got our Patreon. You can support us obviously here on Twitch by being our subscribers, but also we've got some corporate sponsors that we love to thank as well. We got a special thank to D&D Beyond for using our digital character sheets and access to book content. You can obviously check them out at dndbeyond.com. The Legendary Bundle always is giving away. We have it go away in chat. We do it live during a stream. So if you're listening to our podcast, I'm sorry you're missing out, but come catch us live. You might be able to get a chance to win it out. For folks in chat, you can see Nightbot will be running that. So keep an eye out for that. Our dice, trays, and vaults are provided by Wormwood. Wormwood Gaming. Use the code RIVALS for free domestic shipping at www.wormwoodgaming.com. They also have really nice pens and pencils. Not only if you're not just looking for a huge table, if you're looking for a dice or a tray or vault, you got a lot of options. Wormwood Gaming, good quality products. We also are proud to be sponsored by Die Hard Dice. Check them out at dieharddice.com. And use the code RIVALS for 10% off. We love them. They're great. These dices are, let me open one. Really delightful. You got a lot of options, good work, good coloring. I got them in the blue set for Gazrick, as we know, of course. And I mentioned this last time, but these trays also double as a really sick, you know, if you're just like the carrying case, if you're looking for a dice tray, you can use the case as well. It's nice. And let's not forget, if you're looking for some geeky gear, check out Stormcrow. We go to shop.com/Stormcrow, shop.stormcrow.com/rivals and use rivals on checkout for 15% off. It's a great place. You get a lot of cool geeky stuff. And it's really useful in your everyday life to the point where you don't even realize you're using it. That's how wonderful it'll be. And so feel free to go grab your own stuff from Stormcrow today. We also are partnered. Oh, before we get there, I do want to say, if you want to sound so silky smooth, like the Rivals crew, there's no other option but Blue microphones. You can check out crew.bluemic.com/rivals for looking at any of your updating gear for your streaming or just audio needs. And in doing so, we get a little kickback, and we appreciate your support in any way that you can. Win-win-wins, as Brian tells. And we're also like to talk about another place where you can win. Idle Champions by Codename Entertainment. We're partnered with them. You can type !code for this week's free Electrum chest. And don't forget, you can unlock Shaka, Selise, Tahani, Gazrick, Fenris, Pest, Disco. I knew there was one more. I was ready. You can unlock all of them and bring a little slice of the Rivals universe to your mobile device, your computer, your Xbox, your PS5, your toaster. Everything that now can possibly run Idle Champions will have the Rivals on it.
I was thinking toaster, so I'm really glad.
I figured it would be on the fridge.
See, I said toaster because it felt more implausible. Now it's, well, I don't know. What do you think is smarter, a smart fridge or a smart toaster?
Fridge,
if a toaster can perfectly brown my toast, that is a really smart toaster.
Right, exactly.
Is it like dinosaurs that have the little, like a fridge? Would the fridge have like a little brain and the toaster like have a larger development? Oh, wow.
But that doesn't indicate intelligence, the brain size, right? We're not sort of adopting that sort of science.
No one said there would be science today.
Question.
Yeah. So we'll think about it. Anyways, we got some more sponsors that I should thank before we get sidetracked. We're also partnered with Warriors of Waterdeep. If you're trying to bring a little more of the universe of Waterdeep to your life, you can go play Warriors of Waterdeep and experience that. There's also some codes in chat that you can give away. Type !WOW gems to get free gems in week with our link. And then we also want to thank the one and only Voice Mod. If you want to add a little more flavor, a little more panache to your narration, to your streaming, to your D&D game at home, Voice Mod has that at your fingertips. Super easy, super accessible, and it makes it really intuitive to have a good time, and add that little extra flavor that your friends, your fans, even your family will enjoy. Yeah, even family. I said it because your family are honestly rag on you more than anyone else in your life. They're the first people that roast you, and I imagine they're sometimes your hardest critics.
Okay.
But that's like out of love, right? Or
We'll say so. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, big maybe. Big maybe for sure. All right. Well, let's hand it over to our whoosh captain so we can get into our recap from last episode.
Yes. Let's do it, everybody. Get your whooshing apparatuses ready. And that's all I'm going to say this week.
Yeah.
No, because last week I said too much. You won't get me this week.
Okay.
Previously on Rivals of Waterdeep. Whoosh. Whoosh.
I'm just remembering last week.
No, last week was
Tiamat is still really adorable, regardless.
Yeah.
Tiamat is adorable.
Just being thankful I didn't try to get the big one off my bookshelf today.
Yeah.
Like it was sitting in my lap like Dr. Claw.
Oh, sweet.
I mean, there's still time.
I'll get you rivals. That whole
right. No, it's too big and pointy. It's
mine is behind me. I could reach it.
All right, as we're all grabbing our Tiamats, which really sounds.
Okay.
I was clutching my pearls. Okay.
Grabbing Tiamat, we're clutching pearls. We're smacking gizzards.
Yeah, we're smacking gizzards.
It all happens.
That's what this season's about.
All I'm gonna say is, if there's fanfic, please don't tell us.
No.
What occurred in episode 4 last week?
Gazrick tried to pretzel himself into a bucket.
Most important, and
problem solving.
It was useful. We got faced with our first actual conundrum. We were put forward with a puzzle that we needed to solve in terms of we walked into the space, the Performing Arts Center on campus, and in it we saw a series of wizard gizzard setups where buckets were sitting on one end and funnels were sitting on another, and we deduced that 3 of the buckets were shining. Correct.
Yes.
They had at the base of them. There's
inside.
some. Yeah. There's some sort of essence on them, and so we put Selise's phase rope through one of them. We put Eugenio as Kent dropped a piece of silver through another bucket, and then myself as Gazrick stuck my leg in and shook it all about. And
you got it in there.
I got it in there. I got my whole left leg in. And then getting it out, we discovered that we lost the coin. The coin did not come back, but the whip and my leg were both translucent in some sort of same material. And then we discovered the answer to the problem was to put 3 ropes in 3 buckets at the same time.
I mean, we essentially approached this very, very complex, very well built, very well laid out conundrum set to us by our DM by brute forcing it.
Yeah.
I'll just force myself into a bucket. Really.
Gazrick's idea of brute force was a little bit different. We were gonna go all bucket Voltron.
Yeah.
It was about to be very weird.
Yeah, that's right. You're gonna cover him.
There's something about that, for some reason, was so funny of just having Gazrick's floating torso after the buckets were removed. Yeah.
But even before that, we were with Javanesh, who was kind of leading us into the performing arts space, and Javanesh admitted that he'd been maybe in that same room an hour prior, and the buckets hadn't been there, and he didn't really know anything about it. And he also confirmed what. I got Javanesh, but I can't remember the missing.
Tully.
Name?
Tully? No. The missing girl is Larine.
Larine. Thank you.
Because when Gazrick did get a leg into the bucket, and as we were considering basically putting other pieces of Gazrick into the bucket. We noticed, I think Kent rolled a very good roll and noticed that there was kind of a pulling and a clutching, and there was a face that was visible because in that same kind of shimmery way that Tahani disappeared at the table, we saw a shimmering face trying to basically hold on to Gazrick's leg and get his attention. Meanwhile, we also saw Faye's whip being tugged. And Javanesh through our like questions confirmed that was Larine. And Gazrick successfully scryed upon a part of his own body, which is the first time I've ever seen that done. While it was still attached. Like I could understand if it was missing. And but it was there but not there.
I don't think it would have worked actually if it was missing, because scrying, like the nerve endings might have died off. You know what I mean?
But it's
like
still you. Like it's still like you're really, even if somebody accidentally like harmed or severed something, it's still you.
Right.
You still know it, right?
But my leg has a consciousness because it's attached to my brain, right? So like in terms of receiving that, because scrying is a check. It's a wisdom check that you have to fail. You have to you're conscious. It's a person. I don't think scrying is ever just like,
I think you
for
can
inanimate.
Can you scry things?
I
thought you could
I thought you could scry like things, but
you can scry things.
But in this case, like it worked. So that's really what mattered. In this case, it worked. So like you had this kind of ghastly figure tugging on your leg. Right. So we got basically transported back to joke building. This person was Larine, kind of hanging on your leg, looked like in distress, and these guards that looked like they were combative. So we had our first initiative roll of the season. And so we had some 100% serious D&D like mechanic chat going on in our side chat. These guards basically got handled pretty efficiently, like between Dahani and Gazrick's
Dahani did the whole like
them.
And it worked, and I'm so happy
the pants off of them.
Yes, so they basically all ended up leaving except for one, who was sort of established as the leader. I guess we ended with that person being knocked unconscious while we're there. Javanesh is confronting Larine, and we're just here with this person who.
Oh, right. Javanesh transported with us too.
Yeah, Javanesh came with us.
Yes.
After we dipped the rope in the buckets at the same time, we all poofed to
everyone in the
a previously unknown to us part of the joke building.
So we're just here with this armored person. So anything else stuck out to y'all you want to talk about from last episode before we hop in?
So the people who attacked us, I want them specifically to know the PCs that you built out, that their jokes were awful.
Okay, noted. They will know.
They will know.
So mean.
They will know.
Y'all. This is unrelated, but
they were trying to roast you.
Yeah,
so,
they were.
On Friday, I did stand up at this festival in this park, and I got heckled by middle schoolers. And my God, what an experience. One of them called me a history teacher. I was making a history joke. And so like, I'm not mad, but like, just the audacity. So I think
you're invincible now.
I think so. But I imagine the hurt that must be going over these joke tellers, these burgeoning new comedians being so vulnerable with their thoughts, and Brian messaging them, or like Virgil messaging them after they're running away. It's like, your material was bad.
You need work.
Yeah.
I do want to point out it was important, at least to Dahani, that it's important to all of us actually, because the building joke building is in Waterdeep,
Right?
But these guards were not wearing Waterdeep guard outfits,
right?
They were not.
Which for Dahani meant that beating them up was not a crime.
Oh no! Now this
that was the important business. That was the distinction. That was
That's
the
right.
Yeah.
That was a distinction that because who knows, might get back to some people that you did that, and when you go to a meeting, that might come up.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So okay, so let's hop in then. Let's hop into episode 5, y'all.
So Selise rolls to intimidate.
The last person.
Okay.
Yes. Let's go.
Do I have advantage?
No. You just do a straight roll. Just do a straight roll.
Straight roll. But I'm proficient in it, so it's a 23.
Nice.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So this person just kind of sitting. I mean, they've been knocked unconscious, so they're like, kind of because Dahani struck them. But we can just say that you're able to rouse them.
Well, wasn't the armored guy still conscious?
No, I knocked the heck out.
But we can say that you roused him in some way.
Actually,
unless someone
I intimidated him at
weight.
You know that.
Virgil prestidigitates the aroma of smelling salts under the guy's nose.
Ooh, sounds lovely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
I want to intimidate him awake.
Yeah. So as this person's just starting to wake up, Selise, what would you like to do?
Oh, I'm just like lean. So are they still prone, or did we tie them up? I forget.
That's up to y'all. I don't think y'all tied them up last episode, but if you want to.
I used lightning to basically like lash them. So
okay.
And I'll leave the thorns up as an actual cage for them.
Okay, so they can't go anywhere.
Okay, so
okay, B Dave. Let's hang them on the thorns.
Well, it's like it's a wall of thorns there. I mean, we may as well use it before it magics away.
Yeah, but then he'll take 78 damage and die.
Yeah.
Oh, fine.
It's let's see. It could be worse. I could roll 7 ones.
So I'm just kind of leaning over as close as I can get in that very like calm John Wick voice. So who sent you? I'm trying not to laugh and break characters so hard.
Yeah. He mysteriously sounds like a baby actually. When you hear him. He says, I can't tell you. They'll get rid of me.
I'll get rid of you first.
Yeah, you won't get rid of me like they'll get rid of me.
You don't know that.
Oh, I'll take my chances.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, then I'm gonna pin him to the ground with my sword.
Ouch.
He said, "Do your worst."
He did.
So describe what you mean by pin him. Like,
I take out the sword, and it is a Holy Avenger sword, and I'm guessing this isn't like tightly packed vines. I can basically pin him to the ground like a bug.
Okay.
Through like the shoulder,
like arm, shoulder. Okay. So this person sounds very weird.
Oh man.
Hey,
very tough. Do you need some water, guy?
Not good copping over here.
Don't be a good cop like that. Calm down, Selise. I got this.
Can I ask him?
Hey, you're out of line.
What?
Can I ask him a question?
He can still talk.
I know, but I just didn't want to, like, you're doing really good and I love the work that you're doing, but I just didn't want to interrupt you.
I mean, I can just, she just leans on her sword. Your turn.
Sweet. Hey, buddy, who's gonna end you the way we won't end you?
My shoulder! Please get it out!
Did you hear something?
Okay, She'll remove the sword from your shoulder, maybe, if you answer my question.
But then I might bleed out.
Oh, I'll heal you, buddy, and then we'll just do this over and over again. That's kind of the thing of the way that's gonna go.
Ooh, okay. So when you say that, roll let's see.
Wow,
Like,
I was just gonna cut his arm off if he didn't tell us.
Yeah,
okay.
I have regenerate. Give me a reason to use this spell.
But does it work on anyone else?
It works on anyone I choose. Yeah,
but yeah, that's very interesting that you say that. So why don't you just
I don't like.
I feel like Gazrick would just say that without
right.
I just said it to say it, right? Like
yeah, but why don't you roll me just a straight wisdom.
Wow.
Okay, I'm like reading this guy's response, like how his eyes move. Yeah, I'd love to. It's a nat 1.
Oh no!
It is a beautiful nat 1.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So like you don't get anything additional.
No.
But
you should have seen the dice. It literally hit the side of the wall and then landed. It didn't roll at all.
It didn't even roll. Yeah. So he says, "Oh well, you might threaten me with that, but it's nothing like." And then he just looks down at the sword and says, oh, I mean, the deans can do it a lot worse than you do.
The deans?
Like school?
Like school deans?
Where are you? Oh, are you from Waterdeep?
Yeah, we're from Waterdeep.
Oh God!
I mean, I'm not from Waterdeep. If that's what you're trying to ask.
At least we're in Waterdeep.
We're in Waterdeep.
Right.
Yeah.
We don't go to Strixhaven if that is the answer to your question.
Oh well, you. I mean, to be fair, you all look a little too old to really be.
I lean in harder.
Oh.
Hey, some people learn for a lifetime. Okay, fella.
Well, we do have a few like adult learners in Strixhaven, but they don't really.
I lean harder.
Wait a minute. So you work for the deans?
Oh yeah. As you continue to lean in.
Yeah.
Do you want me to roll damage?
No, not damage.
Whatever that was, wasn't good.
I was basically rolling to see how long this guy
before he passes out, or
yeah, exactly. So he says, oh, and passes out.
Was he an NPC from Elden Ring? What was that noise?
Could be.
I love
You
it.
all died so dramatically.
Yeah.
Could be. Yeah. That was 2 1s, by the way, from both of us. So.
Yeah, back to back.
And this is why I roll physical dice.
We see you.
So,
Yeah.
hey, Java Nash.
Yeah.
Who are the deans, and do they punish students so terribly like this?
Well, I don't know who that person is, but they're probably talking about the deans of substance in theory.
I'm sorry, what?
We're gonna need.
You're gonna need more than that.
Yeah.
All right. So in Quandrix, there's 2 deans. The deans of substance, the dean of a theory, and they're always going against each other. One kind of has some wild kind of practical theories, and one is more esoteric and focusing on equations and such. And they're always kind of going back and forth about stuff. Those are the only deans I can think that they're talking about. And then like Larine says, yeah, well, it's got to be. I mean, they've got to be from or affiliated with Quandrix somehow, but I've never seen them around. But those are the only deans that I think have done anything really wild. But I mean, Kian is usually pretty practical, and Abraham, I mean, hasn't really left the complex in a really long time, and is probably somewhere in the Taurus Hall, just wandering around right now. So,
So there's not really a clear outlier as to why your administration, your faculty, would be kidnapping your own students.
It sounds, I mean, I don't understand why they would. I don't know. From like what I know of the deans, I mean, they're harsh, but they're not this harsh.
Yeah.
And I mean, I haven't done anything wrong. Like, I'm just selling tickets and cards. Like everybody, you know, kind of mistakes me for that, but I'm Quandrix through and through. But
my concern is how did they get Shaka to become the fall guy for this? You know what I mean? Like, they set him up to use his building as the. Also, what are we doing back in this building?
Chauvinism. Yeah, it's kind of weird. As I said, we usually we transport people from our locations into the building, but I've never seen anything set up where you transfer out in another room. So this is definitely something that we haven't set up for sure. So I don't know. Maybe, I mean, I don't like going to the deans, but maybe we should head over and try to at least see where they are, possibly.
Is there anyone who has not threatened exactly, but it given you any indication that they didn't, and Virgil is addressing both Javanesh and Larine, giving you any indication that they didn't like what was going on, that they would rather time be spent on something else? It just feels like a lot of this is centered on our friend's enterprise here, and a lot's not adding up.
I mean, things have been pretty good. I mean, not everyone is for us, you know, expanding our locations. Definitely. There's definitely been some debate in the halls about if we should try to expand into places like Waterdeep and Neverwinter and such. You know, not everybody's into, I mean, as like Shaka has told us, like, you know, Waterdeep is known for this joke stuff and not everybody's into that really. But seems like kind of an extreme response. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely been some people that are not for this, but never to this level of like kidnapping a student.
And Larine,
seems ridiculous.
Did they say anything to you when they kidnapped you and brought you here?
No, they just not really. They just kind of. I was here selling tickets and some you know, there's like different people that like come in here. I don't really pay them no mind. I mean, this is a really good job to like get some homework done, you know. It's usually not that busy.
Sure.
And all of a sudden, you know, I had something put over my head and I was brought to this weird building, and I don't know, that's all I really know.
Okay.
But if they mention the deans, I mean, those are the only deans they could be referring to. So I don't know. We should probably try to get some information on the deans. But the deans definitely scare me. So I usually don't. You know, it's usually a more disciplinarian thing if you're being sent to them. So.
Well, we're not.
Yeah. I was gonna say, while we're having this conversation, I would love to just make sure that we're safe in this room. And so I'm going to cast Summon Beast. You call forth a bestial spirit. It manifests in an unoccupied space. You can choose an environment, air, land, or water. I choose air and make like a I wouldn't say like a flying spider, like one of those things that like jumps from points to point. And I would love for it to like just crawl out and maybe just like kind of scope around the area along the ceiling. Just like to see, like, it give an eye if anyone's coming nearby in the hallway at the very least, just like within range of us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is this thing like pretty large?
You know, I honestly was looking at it. It doesn't say anything about the size of the creature.
Well, how large do you want it to be? Do you want it to be?
Oh, it's a small. It says small beast. So I'm going to say small.
All right.
And then its armor class would be 12 and has 20 hit points.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Sure. Yes. So it's basically just like crawling around and like sort of surveying the.
Yeah, it just sort of resting itself flat against the ceiling, sort of like keeping an eye out, alerting us if like we need to leave. We don't know where we are, but like just making sure we're at least safe in this room.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, you don't notice anything initially, when it crawls about. But actually, why don't you just roll a perception roll for this spider. Roll perception for spider.
Heck yeah. So it's, let's see, what stats would be perception? Would be its wisdom. Okay, so it gets a +2. So I'll roll a d20 and then add 2 to it. Okay. Hey, dirty 20.
Okay. Sweet. Yeah. You don't notice anything in the room, but the spider does sort of seem to be focused toward that door that the guards left out of last episode. They all backed out of that door to get out of the room. So it does seem to sense something over there near that door.
I'll just have it like, can it crawl through the gap in the door? And I'll just have it like move towards there while we're talking, and we can resolve that later. Yeah.
I go over to Virgil, and I say like I pull his arm down so that he is so that we are face to face with each other, and I say, they say that these deans have like really wild theories and whatnot. And didn't Jerry mention something about our dragon potentially being like related to one of the Strixhaven dragons? Like, I don't have a full map of that whole thing, but do you think it could be related? Like, if they support that potential wild theory.
I feel like Gazrick might have been right about Shaka being a fall guy here.
I'm sorry, did someone say I was right? He says from the corner of the room.
Yeah. He says from 5 miles away.
Yeah. No.
Okay.
I'm just trying to. I'm missing something in the middle of this, but obviously all of this has got to be. If it's connected to Shaka, it's connected to us. So.
Except you see Dahani playing with like a cat's cradle of red string. Like
I can't quite put it all together.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you see Kent goes over to Javanesh and starts kind of asking him some more questions about about exactly how this transportation method works, and if he's ever been to this location, right? And Javanesh like, no, I just stay in the tavern. I usually don't go to where we source people to the tavern, but I know that there's different areas. But I'm assuming we could find a way out of here. That door is like the only place I see that we can get out of here.
Is there anything, now that we're here and our efforts brought us here, is there anything particularly shiny, ghostly, etc. in this room that we're in?
Not that you can see, no.
I think my spider might have noticed it on the earlier one.
And Javanesh, you're not. Are you familiar with where we are at all?
No. I try to stay in the tavern. I don't try to go where customers come from.
Mm-hmm. It's like that's people stuff. I don't deal with. I don't do it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've been here for too long to like tell you the truth. I mean, there's probably orders getting messed up and stuff like that. So, let's just try to find our way out of here, and then maybe we can find our way back to the tavern.
Sounds good. Well, we don't know what's on the other side of the door, but we can prepare slightly. And so I'm going to send Skipper the name of the spider, because Lady Luck asked in chat, to sort of scuttle along the ceiling and try to get a view on the other side of the door.
Okay. Sorry.
Yes.
Did you forget we have Fenris?
No, but I don't have the time to talk to them about their 401k options and the benefit of invest. I said we talk about it later at the time.
No,
this is
Fenris, not
Although,
Faye.
Sorry.
I'm not saying that dire wolves shouldn't also think about their future and investment options.
Right. No, yes, very true. As a brand, it's a good idea.
But we were more referring to,
Thank you for correcting
senses.
my mistake. No. Obviously, we have feathers, but this is small. It's a small spider. It's a small spider. It can fit through the gap on the door. That was the only reasoning.
Oh, it's that small?
I didn't realize
it was that small.
That's why I was like,
I thought it was small, but I didn't think it was like a.
There's something below
small. Tiny spider.
Tiny.
Okay.
Is a tiny is tiny a size? It's a small creature, so I was like, it's small enough to be a spider on a ceiling. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't think it was an actual like, I guess Earth size spider.
Yeah. No, a literal
massive air spider.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking a spider that was like the size of like, like
no.
Okay.
I'm thinking like those country spiders where you look and you're like, this is how I die.
Right. It's like a stand alongside.
Okay.
Okay. So then you're gonna send Skipper basically through a gap in the door first.
Yeah. Just like that. Yeah, that's what I meant. Like through the little seam at the top. Okay. No, Fenris chases after Skipper as they're going.
Like fetch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Skipper goes through.
Yeah.
And do y'all want to follow him or him or it?
I'll wait for if there's like people, if it tells me if there's anything on their side.
It's a room.
Okay. Skipper said it's good, so always listen to the skipper and open the door.
Now, does a skipper have a certain way of notifying you?
I think it mandibles like
Mandible Morse code.
Mandible Morse code and like
Mandible Morse code.
Yeah.
It's like wait, it's 3 long bites and 1 short.
Yeah. Exactly.
Well, how do you leave an actual play? Not mandible.
Yeah. If there's one way that you want to get through any sci-fi or dystopia movie, no Morse code. It always comes up. Some way, shape, or form.
Jittering has a repetitious pattern.
Always. So is everyone leaving the room? Are you Anne, are you bringing this passed out guard with you?
Well, Faye has healed the guard. She has healing. So he's not near death, but he's still unconscious.
He's in pretty bad shape.
I mean, she's got cure mass wounds, so
Sure.
So she's healed him. Like he could stagger along, but she's like tied him up.
Okay. All right, cool.
If we don't want to be responsible for him, we could also leave him here because we're leaving out the only exit. So if he tries to leave, we'll know where it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just strip him down and tie him up.
I have an idea. Can you make that spider like bigger once we leave?
I mean, sort of. There's a maximum size I can get to, but it's useful in fight, yes. But I think that's about where.
No, I'm thinking this. We could leave them with the spider, and whatever happens, happens.
Oh, okay. If I go 90 feet away from it, it will disappear. So I think that's the only downside.
By the time we get 90 feet away, it won't matter.
Sounds good. Okay. Skipper, stay in the room. We'll and if anyone comes, you're ready.
I mean, can't we
Single
just
tear goes down
heal their
Skipper's
wounds?
eye.
Just
What?
Single tear
knock
goes
them
out
out again?
All 8 of their eyes, or just the like one in the center?
Just one single tear, and Skipper looks at you like, "But you just made me, and now
we'll be back, friend. Don't worry." Okay. Skipper's the best. Y'all should get pets, he says it to Selise.
Gazrick has no luck with any of his summons ever.
It is zero.
Wait, you say that to Selise?
Yeah, completely oblivious. And like scrubs like Fenris's like scruff is like
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe Feathers isn't pet. He's part of the family.
Yeah. So you leave Skipper here. As Skipper silently weeps. As he
While my spider gently weeps.
Yeah, exactly. So the room you're in, I'm assuming that y'all all leave the room and you leave the guard there with Skipper. Javanesh and a Larine follow, of course. So you're in another room, but this is it's like a very long room. Like it almost kind of looks like a just a long, thin room. And the door at the end looks like very far away. It looks like very far away. Just a long. It's like a long room. It's like you can't really see the walls on the left and right, but it looks just very dark on the left and right, and it's just like a straight shot to the other side of the room.
Not today.
You don't want to go down there?
Do you want to go down there?
I will go down there.
I'm like, you have lightning. You could just send lightning down the hall and see what happens.
While this conversation is happening, Dahani is bird waddling down this hallway.
Oh my god, she's gonna die.
Okay. Are you make a I don't mean you're gonna die.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually you drop.
Oh my god.
No, make a con save and throw.
Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
I was expecting
I was definitely
perception.
expecting that.
You are confidently walking.
Extremely
striding.
confidently. This is the 16.
Okay, good. So you as you're confidently walking, you do smash into what looks like some kind of invisible barrier, but at a 16, you don't really take any damage.
Okay.
But you do kind of almost cartoon character style, almost like
my
coyote.
My beak is my beak is crumpled up because I hit it hard enough.
Yeah.
Oh no, is that a woodpecker crumpled up?
Yeah, it's just flashing and growing bigger and smaller. So and I'll say that you went about 20-30 feet maybe, and then just smashed into nothing you can see. Just so.
Okay, well, that wasn't completely unexpected. And she's like, how far to the left and right does it go? She's aware that it's there now. How if she touches it and follows it, how far does it go to either side?
What direction are you going?
Still
left or right?
No, she's feeling it before she does. Is it just directly in front of her, or
in terms of your wingspan, as far as you can go, yes.
Oh, cool. Yes. All right. Well, when they told me about mysterious labyrinths when I was at home in Chult, they say always go left. So Tanya goes left.
Okay,
sure. Yeah. So if you go left, remember it's really, really dark if you go to the left, right? Now, does Dahani have any dark stuff? Yeah.
Vision.
So you're in the dark. So you can feel around for stuff. But you can't really see anything. Brian, you had something?
Yeah, if it's dark to the sides, then Virgil, after seeing Dahani bump into something that we can see, is going to kind of step up to where she is and look. Virgil does have dark vision up to 60 feet, so looking off to the left to see if there's anything discernible in the darkness.
Yeah. So you don't see anything discernible, but you can see the walls on the left, and if you look on the right, you also see that there's a wall on the right as well. So it's basically it's like a big tunnel basically. And since you're looking, why don't you roll me an investigation, Brian?
All right.
Let's see. since you're looking.
And it's a 13.
Okay. Yeah, you can see that on the left side. It looks a little more traveled, I would say. Like maybe like there's like a couple of markings on the wall or like on the ground on like the side of the like a tunnel that look like a little less pristine than on the right.
Yeah, I guess not. Virgil's going to just kind of very briefly touch touch his right hand to his left bracer and cast light on it and hold it towards where the darkness is to see if it's a magical darkness or if it can actually be seen inside. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yeah. So you can't light it up by that means. Like you can see through it, but like you can't light it up for everyone else.
Cool. Seeing that Virgil also creates a bit of light, I will Gazrick steps up and like kind of follows suit. I cast Flame Blade and just like make a bit of like flame in my hand. It says I can cast I shed bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10.
Okay. Yeah, it'll like they can see the blade for sure.
Cool.
But it doesn't like dispel the darkness or anything.
No, that's fine. At the very least, like we now have our hub. So if we move, yeah.
And Dahani, are you continuing to like feel on the barrier, or are you kind of just like trying to figure out what to do on the left side?
It's more like now that her friends are with her, especially, she's just got one hand on the wall and is like continuing forward a little bit, like, you know, the way a kid is like, I want to show you something. She goes ahead a couple feet and then she looks back and sees if anybody is coming with her, and then she keeps walking.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to try anything here?
Selise can do produce flame, but if Gazrick's already producing the flaming sword, would it be overkill?
It feels like this darkness almost feels magical, right? In some capacity.
Yes.
It's absorbing. Yeah. It's absorbing.
Oh yes. I mean, I'll never say you can't do anything. It probably, given what you've seen so far, though, it probably wouldn't do anything.
And Dahani, is the wall stopping, or can you keep moving forward?
Dahani is going to move forward as far as she can.
Yes. So like you've hit this barrier, right? You haven't. So I was trying to discern if you were moving all the way to the left while still.
Yes, I'm moving all the way to the left.
Okay. If you move all the way to the left, right at the end in the wall, there's a pathway through this barrier.
Virgil's gonna keep eyes like ahead of Dahani as she's moving forward to kind of like say like this is at least where people have gone before.
Yeah. So like that kind of combined with the fact that that like Virgil saw that there were some markings on the wall, that there's a bit of a path you can kind of squeeze through, all the way on the extreme left side of this invisible barrier.
Okay. Well, then Selise is going to bring up the rear while Faye is kind of in the middle.
Okay. Everybody going through or looking for anything else?
Going through.
Yeah. I'm gonna have a spell ready in my just in case, but just right now keeping concentration on the flame blade.
Okay, sure. Awesome. All right, so you're all through,
Yeah.
I'll say you went about 20 feet. So this door is now like, I'll say probably like 80 feet away. So like now you're through that invisible barrier. So now what would you like to do? Confidently stride down the middle?
Not with you as DM.
Yeah, if we say confident, you say con check. So I'm not
Yeah.
Con checkly stride.
We're still dealing with this darkness around us, right? Like we're still
so the darkness is like on the sides.
Okay.
Right? It's like on the side. So like the middle is well lit, right?
I want to do a perception check.
Sure.
All right, let's hope this die does not fail me. Oh God, I can't read it because I'm bifocal years old.
Anyone else can do perception as well.
16.
Nice.
And I'll roll one for Faye as well. Let me see what her perception is.
Hey, one nat one and then 2 dirty 20s. We appreciate the spark. You know?
She's got a +8, so hopefully she'll do better than her girlfriend.
Nice.
I rolled a 21.
Yes.
That's a dirty 20 for Faye.
Okay. Very good for on our side. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah, you definitely notice that in between where you are and the door now, you just catch a little bit of a shimmer of light that kind of looks like it's hitting something that's in between you and the wall that looks similar to like another one of these barriers.
We in an invisible labyrinth?
Okay.
Dahani is going to number one says that out loud. And number two is going to take this opportunity to hover. She's going to try and get 20 feet up. And it's going to be like a slow rise so that she doesn't bonk her head on a potential invisible ceiling.
Confidently rise up, that's what you're going to do?
Yeah. In like I'll say 20 feet is about as far as you can get because the tunnel isn't that high.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can do a slow ascent up if you like, just very slow.
Can she see anything? So can she see anything over? Like, is there an over to these barriers? Like, can she see other paths or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay. Cool. And she will come back down. Elevator.
Was the wall still up there? Did it go all the way up?
Yeah. Like, do I feel the wall all the way up?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was assuming that as you've been going up, you've been like patting the thing. Yeah.
So yeah, she comes back down and she says, "Well, the wall is as high as I can fly."
Okay. I think I have an idea at the very least to figure out where the walls are. And I stand in front of everyone. I was like, okay, everyone stand behind me. And I cast Tidal Wave. I conjure a wave of water that crashes down in an area within range. Could be up to 30 feet long, 10 feet wide, yada, yada. But here's the thing. The water then, after it does, because it doesn't think if it's attacking damage or whatever, but the water then spreads across the ground in all directions, extinguishing unprotected flames within 30 feet, and then it sort of like vanishes. So I want it to just like push it out into the labyrinth a little bit and like hit the wall and then spread. So then we could kind of see, like, following the water, where does it move?
Floor.
Yeah, because if it's an invisible barrier, we'll see where the water moves within it.
I love it. I love it. Sweet. Tell me how you cast it.
I just need a drop of water. So I take a little bit of
sweat.
No. It's got to be pure water. We're not for this one. I take out a little like flagon that I keep on my side. Take it, put a little bit in my palm, reach back, and like throw it on the ground like it was a snap pop. In the same way that like you would hear like the sound of an earthquake begins the tsunami. as it sort of like swings forward.
Oh, I love that.
Love that. I love that. Awesome. Yeah. So as this water streams through, and I'm assuming that you put your flaming sword away.
Decasted it at this point. Yeah.
To do this.
Yeah.
So as this water is like shooting through the tunnel, yes, you do see that the water does part just it almost seems like it like unnaturally it's just going through one small segment of this barrier, and you actually see it go through about 2 more like before you get to the door. So you can clearly see that it's like going through like a path on the right side of this barrier, and then there's another barrier that you hadn't seen like before, where it goes through the middle of that barrier. And then the water just like goes onto the door on
it like hits the door. Okay.
Yeah. So like you can see that you can go to the right, go through the middle, just like a follow the sort of like remnants of the water, and you should be good.
Cool.
Nice job. Sweet.
Cool.
Scouring.
That was awesome.
Thank you. I was scouring through my spells. I was just like, so I was messaging Brian. I was like, maybe if this, no, that's a 9th level. I'll save that for later. Yeah.
Right.
What is worthwhile in this moment? Yeah. Thankfully, a 3rd level spell did it. Tidal Wave. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Hot diggity. Let's move.
Okay.
Follow the water to the door.
Yeah.
Oh,
100%. At like this point, Javanesh like kind of like near the back says, "That's pretty impressive. You ever done this before?"
Been an adventurer all my life, buddy. Name's Gazrick. Don't forget.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah. I bet I live up to all. Does this? Do I live up to all of Shaka's tales? I imagine. Please tell me.
Yeah. As like you're walking through, he says, "Well, I don't know. He's kind of shared a lot. I don't know. I mean, I assume most of it is hyperbole of some sort, but
sure.
But you all seem pretty cool to me."
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, thank you.
So as you all get through the door, or sorry, up to the door, I should say.
Darn it.
I'm nervous about opening the door.
So close. Dang it.
Well, I don't want to assume that you're opening the door, so I don't, so,
and we don't have our rogue today. Dang it.
Don't have a rogue today.
Well, we do have our rogue, but you know what I mean.
After the words appearing in midair, Kent has changed his glamorous studded armor to something very like dramatic, as if he is still a little bit stunned.
Yeah.
And has been trying to use Virgil's fan dramatically, and Virgil.
Yes. Kent is here. He is
big drop sleeves on everything. Like,
oh no. The words just start coming out of the sleeves.
Oh.
He's like definitely trying to avoid his cape from getting wet from this for sure. So as we get to the door, who's opening the door?
I'm technically still in front, but with the second Gazrick gets up there, I think I move into the front, because Gazrick might die. I don't know that for sure. But I will check I will investigate the door.
Hey.
Okay. Roll an investigation on the door.
Also, Gazrick now has 100 health points. Oh, okay.
Oh, is that all?
We're not super squishy anymore.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, this is the door.
Thank you.
What did you roll?
Was it a natural 2 or was it a 2?
There's no modifier.
Okay, cool.
Can Faye do a check since she is, I don't know, an artificer?
Yeah, anyone can.
How embarrassing! Like Faye.
Anyone can do a check here.
Because this hallway's been weird, she's actually going to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
I'm going to roll on digital dice.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, roll for me. Only a 12.
Well, but Gazrick, Gazrick, somehow inspired by his idea for the tsunami.
Sacrifice yourself to the nat 1 at the start of your session. Just embrace it. Let it take you.
That's the
And yeah.
Yeah, roll a 28 on his investigation. Yeah, so as
do I say it's a door? Is that what I come to also?
Yeah, it's a door.
It's a door.
Yeah. So Gazrick, what you notice about this, like a door, is it's a really weird because it has a handle.
Yeah.
Right. But the handle looks like well, first of all, like the handle, it looks like it's made of a different material than the door itself. Right. It looks much older than like the door is. And also the handle, like when you look at it, it just doesn't seem like it. It seems like it's like kind of stuck to the door, as if like if you tried to sort of rotate it like the way that you normally would, that it wouldn't really move. Just
like someone like strange. Super glued a handle on.
That's what it seems like. Like it kind of seems like somebody just like took something and just like affixed it on there.
Yeah.
So like you get a sense that if you try to turn it, that it might not be the result that you thought it would.
I think this door is a pull only.
What?
I think we can only pull this door. Don't twist the handle. Might not do what you want.
Then why don't you pull it?
Oh, I'll try. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I just pull it. I like just straight. It's like one single motion.
Okay.
Yeah.
Doesn't budge.
Okay.
Oh, I'll try. Just a strength check.
Yeah, you can make a strength check on it.
I don't like the way you said that. Oh goodness! For once, my dice agreed with me. So it's a nat 20 plus 7.
Okay. Yeah. So you pull on this door, and you're able to get that weird looking doorknob off with a nat 20.
Wait, did I pull the door? Oh, dag nabbit.
Yeah, because you can't like unless you were trying to like, I guess, touch the door and pull it off without the door. Yeah. Like you'd have to
try to pull the door open, not pull the handle off.
Yeah, well, that's what you do.
Yeah, with that strength, right? Dang.
Huh. Okay.
So
well,
this seems like a joke, right? This seems like a joke, right? Like a fake doorknob on the door. This feels very much like we're getting our leg pulled. And I know what that means because my leg was just pulled.
So the handle is now off the door.
Yeah. My hand, yes.
Okay. And was there when the handle came off this side, was there any sound that indicated like a handle on the other side came off, or
can I look through the?
Is there a hole?
Yeah, look through the hole in the door.
Yeah, is there an hole in the door?
An alarm go off that went auga as soon as the handle got moved.
So you don't hear any other handle fall off on the other side, but Tahani, you said you want to look through the hole, right?
I do.
As you look through it, you see a bunch of really shiny translucent material like inside of this inside of where the door handle was.
Oh no. Put it back. I put it back.
No. I'm pulling it. I'm reaching it. I'm gonna reach it.
No. So Tahani will be a one-wing angel.
Wait, you're gonna reach into the?
Yes, I am.
Okay, cool. As you reach in, everybody else, Tahani looks like a ghost.
Shoot.
Their entire form?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
In Dahani, you are now
Again.
You are in what looks like the same tunnel, except there's no door.
Oh.
Back.
Yes, it's just like a pathway forward.
Okay, well, this is not what I thought was going to happen. LaTia personally thought that there was going to be a nice shiny piece of cloth that she pulled for like 5 minutes until the hallway was full of cloth.
Yeah,
but
and
because
then, like, you fall onto a whoopee cushion or something.
Yeah, and the alarm comes back. Auga!
But because this has happened to Dahani before, so you said that I look like a ghost to everybody, right?
Yes.
Okay, so what you see Dahani do then, she looks back at all of you, she motions putting her hand in the door, and then she walks to what looks like the rest of you through it.
Yeah. So like everybody else, it looks like Dahani's walking through the door.
Oh,
well, that seems familiar.
Yeah.
Here we go again.
And then she's just going to dance on the other side of the door until everybody gets here.
Yeah.
What? Yeah. Okay. What kind of dance though? Now we have to get
it is
important details.
Yeah. No, it's completely nonsensical. Like she's just like bopping. She's just like bopping around. Like she's doing some jumps and she's like hovering a little bit with the wings and she's just
in air dancing. Oh, in air bopping.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god. That's good.
Twirls and stuff.
Yeah.
Right,
I think we all follow, right? Just
I would definitely after the table.
Yeah,
just follow suit at this point.
I just like I do want to ask maybe just the group. I was like, so this person is setting up an operation that starts in Waterdeep, goes to Strixhaven, goes back to Waterdeep, and now goes to another place. This is so many things inside of things. The elaborate nature of the stacking of space and like dimensionality to accomplish what they're doing feels like there was so much forethought.
And yet I am still not seeing the end game.
Right. Oh, look, Dahani's dancing.
Yeah.
you can't see me. I'm on the other side of the door.
No. This is as we're going through.
We're doing all
everybody's gone through like sequentially. Like,
yeah.
Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. And then you see Dahani dancing.
Yeah, then we see Dahani dancing.
Like, okay.
Oh, you did it.
It's nice. It's good.
Yes. So like now, you're just in this tunnel, except there's a path forward and it's very brightly colored as well. Kind of like any color that you'd recognize, basically. Like it almost looks like God, I forgot what airport that is. Is it O'Hare where there's like
the lights?
Yeah.
That's O'Hare going to Terminal C. Ask me how I go.
Yes. That's where I always go.
And only Terminal C, which feels really rude. Yeah.
So like it kind of looks like just these every color that you can imagine kind of like alternating in this tunnel as you go through, assuming we're all walking forward.
Yep.
Or there's other people if you want. And then Larine says, weird, why'd they put a portal to Quandrix in some random tunnel? It's super weird.
So we're back in Strixhaven now.
Well, yeah.
Don't say it condescendingly. Don't say it.
That wasn't okay.
I mean, yeah, that's what I said.
Okay. God, teenagers.
That's
man.
what we're doing.
I mean, these are kids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Trust me. And teenagers. Let me tell you. After doing stand up this weekend, I can tell you, teenagers are the worst.
Yeah, Monster, you remind me of like a history teacher actually that I had.
Gazrick across dimensions rolls up his sleeves.
Wow.
So they say, well, I mean, now that we're here, I guess we can go try to find Ken or Ibrahim. Oh Lord, I'm just really, I don't know. I just don't know if I can do it. I mean, I haven't been getting on my grades this semester, and there's, oh God, all kind of weird stuff going on. And then Javanesh says, well, I can take the lead on this. I'll take it right to them. Because trust me, you don't want to try to go off the beaten path here. There's, unless you're have been here like before, it's not really a straightforward place to navigate. There's all kind of weird puzzles and equations and stuff going on here. So let's just go straight there and we should be good. Does that sound all right to everyone?
Yeah. Just a question. Javanas, are you a second year here?
Kind of depends on who you talk to. I kind of have enough credits to graduate probably.
Cool.
But I kind of float around here and there.
And then Larine, this is your first year?
Yeah.
Once again, attitude, you know what? It's the tone. It's the tone.
We rescued you from people who were trying to bring you to these deans. Can you like lighten up a little?
And honey, that's not even why we do the job. It's not even why we do the job, but still common courtesy is appreciated.
Well, I am light. This is light. This is just how we communicate.
You might communicate that way.
No, I think it's just a generational thing. That's fine.
What are you trying to say?
I'm a younger generation than.
Oh, Gazrick rolls up his sleeves and tucks in his beard.
Gazrick, don't you wear short sleeves?
Short sleeves?
Yeah. Yeah,
now he's wearing like a muscle tank.
Like I'm over there. He gets it. Yeah.
He's ripped off the sleeves. Now it's just
he rips them off. Yeah.
The sleeves are gone.
Yeah.
So is Selise taller than this girl?
Yes.
Selise just kind of like leans in like she's a headmaster. I suggest you watch your tone, young lady.
Let's see here.
Oh, don't have her sass me. It won't go well for her.
Teacher
She
intimidation.
poops herself.
Okay.
I'm like, you can do it. It won't end well.
Yeah, I mean, you're probably right. I'm sorry, everyone.
I'm sorry, everyone. What?
It's just been quite a day. I'm sorry, everyone, for being, smart.
Yeah, I look at the group. This might be the best. This might honestly compromise. Sometimes this might be the best. Okay, it's okay.
Oh,
yeah. Now,
can fate trip her?
Yeah, on the other side.
Kind of like just like hold her leg out.
No, whenever she turns around to walk away, Faye just pulls on it with her whip.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah, basically. Like,
yeah, you need to. Yeah.
I'm starting to feel like the stats might be justified. Dang, we're just being mean at this point. Like,
no, Faye's like, oh, you want to be smart? Okay, I got you smart.
Faye just got here. Okay, let's be real.
Look, Faye's been caught up on all these adventures, and that girl just asked her girlfriend. So.
I was gonna say, there's a level of like protective nature. Yeah.
Yeah, if that's what you want to do, sure. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So,
and she does it just like in a little light, like, to yank her, and she turns around like, oh, okay, you want to be smart, huh? I got you.
And the moment before they hit the ground, I cast the cantrip Gust to push them back to standing up. I was like, we could have let you fall, but
wow,
we didn't.
That's like
wow.
Batman. That's like
we're not. I mean, come on.
This is like
Faye's like, I got you.
Yes, it's good. It's together. We do this.
No.
They don't know what's coming.
No.
This is like when Batman like tosses someone off a building and then
yanks them back
up, yanks them back.
That was the intention, right? Yeah.
No, it wasn't Faye's intention.
We gave Faye the option to basically be like, look, we'll handle this. You don't have to come. So
yeah,
go insert yourself. You're gonna kind of have to act appropriately with the group, or you can go get your gold stolen by Tilly and Maggie.
Yeah.
Like she would let them dupe her.
I'd like to inject Kent into the situation right now. As you say, get your gold stolen. Kent realizes, I forgot to check the room for the silver piece that I dropped.
Oh no!
Really?
True.
More of a Gazrick.
Do you want to go back?
That's
A Gazrick truly looks like. Do you want to go back?
Not,
No,
Do you want to go back for it?
it's just a silver piece. It's
You know what? Let me see. Do I still have connection with Skipper?
Stop crying.
Yeah.
Wait, Skipper's gone.
We're over
I
90
think
feet
we
away.
got far. I think
Oh,
we got
yes.
far away
Yeah.
from Skipper. Yeah.
I was gonna have
Oh, yeah.
Skipper pick it up and then scuttle.
Oh my god, we're rich. What are you
Yeah.
doing?
No, you.
I mean, look, if that guard decides to come cause trouble, the first thing we'll do is take our coin back, and then we'll kick his ass. How about that?
Yeah, you created Skipper and then left Skipper, with the guard. So
Wow.
I have 2 more spell slots. I can bring Skipper.
good job, Gazrick.
Thank you.
Wow.
I would feel less bad if it wasn't
Would it be the same Skipper though, or would it be
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think so. It's because here's the thing.
Might have
it's
the
a
memories of
bestial
Skipper, though.
No, but it's a bestial spirit. So it's not actually an animal. So like actual creature.
Oh,
And is it
Little
the
spirit.
same spirit that you summon, and then if you summon it in a different form that it doesn't like as much as some of the other forms, like is it will it remember that? Will it
I
hold a
think that-
grudge?
I think the spirit will always be Skipper, and how it manifests out of like the 3 forms will
it's
depend.
That's
Wow.
gonna be a very rough day on the
Skipper might be a little bitter than the next time you.
Yeah. He's like, why'd you
Um,
make me a spider?
Okay, so as Larine gets
Yeah.
whipped down and then dusted back up,
Hair looks terrible.
she says, "Okay, you guys are worse than the teachers. Jeez." And then Javanesh says, "All right, let's just go through now. Just as a little warning, there's going to be some walkways that look like they're moving, and there's going to be some water fountains that might look a little strange. It's okay. Just like a member, this is just how Quandrix is.
Okay.
So just
okay.
get us there as quickly and efficiently as possible.
Javanesh is our guide, right? In this space.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to touch him on the shoulder and
What?
say, I know.
What are you doing?
I take some time. It's like, you've got this. I know you'll guide us in the right direction. And I want to cast Foresight on him. He bestowed with the limited ability to see the immediate future. For the duration, the target can't be surprised, has advantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. Additionally, other creatures have a disadvantage on attack rolls for the duration. And it ends if I cast it again. But I just immediately, if he can sense if something would be like a trap, you just get an immediate future is the way that it is worded.
Like immediate future, like 1 second in the future.
Yeah, literally, like if this was an anime, he could see literally 1 second, or he can always see 1 second into the future.
Just like not enough time to like communicate what's gonna happen.
Right.
Oh my god.
Yeah. This
I
also
can see
is
it though.
yeah. I feel like this is a superpower. There's got to be someone who's got that. Never mind. We'll chat out in the post chat.
1 second in the future.
Yeah.
So as you so this tunnel kind of like opens up.
Yeah.
You basically see as Javanesh mentioned, you see a bunch of these huge water fountains. But these water fountains they kind of are in these weird ever-changing shapes. So you see this one fountain that looks like there are basically a bunch of water-shaped triangles coming out of it. So like when the water goes up and it comes down, it kind of looks like it's like in a triangular shape. Like there's some that are in squares and rectangles and trapezoids and rhombuses, all these wonderful shapes.
Wow.
But it's weird because it kind of looks like these like physical things that would kind of hurt you if you like put your hand into it, but then when it hits the ground, it's just like or when it hits the bottom of the fountain, it just looks like a regular just like fountain. And yeah, there's like a whole bunch of these things. Also as he mentioned, there's a bunch of these walkways, right? That are kind of like connecting different areas here, and they all look like that they're kind of ever so slightly just shifting around, right? So like there's some that are moving from left to right. There's some that are moving from top to bottom. Just like everything is like in this constant state of motion, basically. So yeah, that's like the general vibe there. One weird thing though is that you don't see anyone else here, and this is like a pretty vast space, right? And like Larine says, like, where's everybody? This is usually bustling with folks. Like, where are my people? This is very, very weird. The only thing that y'all do see is bunch of fractals around. Now you might remember that Jerry you met was a fractal mascot. You see a bunch of these fractals around, and they're just kind of just standing around. Like they're not really doing anything. They're just kind of just standing around, but you don't see anyone else except you just see a bunch of fractals around. And like a job Nesh says, wait, this is really weird. Like usually this is super, super busy. We should try to make it, I mean, I guess they'd be in Taurus Hall, but this is just really strange. And then he like points to this building that is like kind of in the middle of like all this. And like says, we're just gonna head toward that building. Let's just try to get there as quick as possible because I'm not getting a good feeling about anything else here.
Can I make a perception check if there was like a struggle? Like, is there like a scorch mark? Is
Signs or anything? Yeah.
Sure. Exactly.
Yeah. Or if you're specifically looking for something, you can do investigation if you like.
Okay, I'll do investigation then. And give it and take it. Another nat 1.
Okay. Virgil's gonna take a
2 and 1.
11. Are you kidding me?
For the so my rolls went nat 1, dirty 20, nat 1.
Masood infected all of our dice.
It went all the way
They got a 24.
Yeah. We love this. Thank you, Faye. The rest of us.
Yeah. You don't see any like, scorch marks or anything like that. What you do see is you kind of look at some of these fractals, and they all kind of look exactly like Jerry did. These kind of like crystalline looking, kind of like almost lizard-esque beings. But you see one of them, and it looks like they have like little glasses on. And you see another one.
Oh
no!
Not honey, I fractaled the students.
And it looks like that, like they have like this teeny tiny little book bag on them.
What?
And like as like Faye looks around, she starts to comment that it looks like these and like I'll say that you would have explained the fractal, all that stuff to Faye. And like like Faye just begins to call out these little things that the fractals all have on them.
So are there like a lot of fractals around here?
There's nothing but fractals is what we're saying, right?
Larine
all you see are fractals.
Asking Larine and Javanesh, are there usually this many fractals here?
I mean, there normally are a lot of fractals. I mean, it kind of goes up and down, like depending on the, on just time of day. They kind of go around and like do their own thing.
Do these fractals generally like, wear glasses and backpacks and
glasses?
Do they have clip? Do the fractals ever have clips in their fractalage, like hair clips?
I was like video game clipping.
No.
I'm playing like a trapper
clipping into each other.
Yeah.
I mean, if they're trying to make a joke or something, if they're trying to do something weird, sure, I guess.
I think all your people are these fractals.
What are you talking about?
Okay. do you have who would you
expect to see
yeah,
here?
Yeah, no, or like a name of a classmate that you like. Call a name of a classmate.
Cadoris? Just like call it Cadoris. Cadoris. Yeah, and she's kind of calling this out. And everyone roll a I'm assuming that like y'all would be looking to see if there's any response.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone roll an investigation.
Oh boy.
Or a perception if you like.
21 this time.
I love perception.
21.
A 14 for me.
18.
You said perception or investigation?
Yeah,
Perception.
yeah, either one. Either one.
It's all we're doing better. All good.
Yeah.
All right.
Slowly rising.
Not bad. 21. Okay, great. Yeah. So you see one of the fractals. You see them move. Yeah, I don't know why fractals.
Mm-hmm.
I've been so close to saying Fraggle. Yeah,
Yes.
been so close
I was
to saying
literally just
Fraggle.
about to make a
Ethan
fractal rock
Doozer
show.
Towers. Let's go.
Yeah.
But these are fractals. So not even though if they all just kind of went synced up into the Fraggle Rock theme song, that might be pretty cool. Yeah. So you notice one fractal move just a little bit, like you see them kind of move just a little bit, and then they move back to where they were standing. And like Larine doesn't notice this because like she just like kind of calling out and stuff. But like I'll say that everyone would notice. I'll say everyone rolled fairly well.
I'm gonna make my way through the fractals to this one.
And as you make your way through, like they're not moving.
Oh,
they're frozen.
They're just. Oh.
Well, it's not something that you would have noticed until Dahani started kind of meandering through them, because they kind of look like they're like, like they're standing around and maybe talking, but yeah, as you're walking through them, Dahani, you like notice that as you're kind of like you're like trying to say like excuse me, kind of go past, and they're not really moving. They're just kind of just standing there.
Oh. Well, I get to the one that tried to move when Larine called it, and I say, I'm just gonna pick it. I'm just gonna, and then I scoop it up in my hand, and then I come back over to Larine and I say, does this fractal have any identifying characteristics to your friend Cadoris? Like, is this Cadoris's backpack?
And she does kind of like look at it and say, well, can't be Cadoris. It's a fractal, but let me just I don't know, this is really worrying me.
Larine, can you do me a favor?
Yeah,
I need you, a great, wonderful student of the School of Quandrix, to open your mind to the theory that this substance is Cadoris.
Well, let me just take a look, because if there's one thing that he would always have is some kind of arrow. He definitely likes to pretend he's an archer. Like he does that weird like larging thing, like that. Yeah, that larging thing. I don't really get into that. I'm a little too cool for that. I mean, I mean, there are clicks in Quandrix, and then she kind of looks around, and sure enough, she finds around his back a tiny little arrow. And like I says, oh, no one else would have this.
I drew a craft the sound of a mic drop. It's just one harmless sensory effect, and that's it.
What a harmless sensory effect. And then like she like says, Doris? Hey, but that's weird. Doris is an elf, and I don't. Oh God, what is going on here?
I need this girl to just
get it together.
Get this. Get there. Yep.
Larine, your friends are fractals. I don't know what else to tell you.
Yeah.
Can I reach up to no, sorry. Go for it.
No, okay.
I want to. Can I try casting Greater Restoration on Cadoris, like to see if it'll turn them back? It says one effect that charmed or petrified the target, one curse, any reduction to one of the target's ability score, or one effect reducing the target's hit points. I'm assuming it's the curse. Like this guy's been cursed into this, but I would, or maybe could I? Yeah, I'll try. I would love to just like try to cast this and see if it does anything.
You can
or
try.
If it's, yeah. I'll burn a spell slot. So I now that we know for a fact that this is this dude, that this once was, like, we speculated, right? And now we can confirm. I want to try casting Greater Restoration on him.
Okay.
All right, let's see what happens.
Okay, so as you cast Greater Restoration, Dahani, I'm going to assume that are you still holding?
I am.
Okay. Your hands start to feel a little heavy. You can tell me if you put this thing down or not, or just keep holding.
I think this catches me off guard. I'm gonna make a strength saving throw.
Okay. Makes DMs work so easy, y'all. It's great.
14.
Yeah, 14.
You know, you're like it's like definitely heavy, but your hands kind of gently lower, I'd say, as it gets like heavy. And eventually this like a fractal keeps growing and changing until you see a elf in front of you with a sort of small quiver of arrows, and what looks like a jar of something, looks like maybe onions or something, with him, and he's just looking around in shock as he's on the ground, and then both like a Larine and like a Jobnesh almost at the like a same time say, what is going on? And Ghidorah says, look, you got to get out of here. There's some like the deans are running some kind of experiment here, and we all just slowly turned into these weird fractal things, and we couldn't really stop it. So please get out of here as soon as you can.
Your deans did this to you?
Yes.
That seems off, right?
Trust me, it's like some kind of area-based thing, so you got to get as far away from Quandrix as you can.
So it's only affecting people in this college?
That's what it seems like.
Oh no! How long have we already been exposed to whatever?
Well, yeah. if it hasn't affected you yet, like you probably will be fine, because it was pretty quick. And as he says quick, you see him start to revert.
No.
Oh no.
Okay, so it's a temporary fix. Okay. Hey, bud, do you still retain your consciousness in the fractal form that you just was?
He gets smaller.
Okay, no. Sorry, we'll fix this. Sorry.
Smaller. Oh no.
It's not our fault that but I still feel obligated to say sorry. It's bad.
And he is back to
fractal.
A partially frozen fractal. Jobnesh says, we got to get out of here.
Or we have to
wait.
Javanesh, are you saying that because you have a bad feeling in your stomach, or you can see 1 second in the future?
Javanesh.
Oh my gosh.
I knew you were going to say that.
Oh.
And Selise is like, what if we kill the deans?
There's just
He's
this
killing
sigh from Virgil. Like,
Look, I'm supposed to right wrongs, and I'm pretty sure it's wrong to change your students to fractals.
Yeah, I agree
Wait.
with that.
Right, but I don't. I mean, we don't know if this thing is going to affect us or not. That's the only thing. So if we
we don't
stay,
even-
like
We also
kinda
don't
risk-
know if they're doing this intentionally. They may not be aware that they're turning their students into fractals.
go here.
Aren't we supposed to help people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so
but
I'm not willing to make the leap to killing immediately. That's all.
But if we kill them, they won't turn their students to fractals anymore.
But also,
Okay.
if we kill them, the students might not turn back into fractals because we won't know how they did it.
we don't
There
kill
are-
them till after they're turned back.
I just, it's not that killing is off the table. It just seems as a first option
Hmm.
or a first plan of action. Killing might not be the best way to go in to things.
Smart.
That part.
So I didn't. Okay, so let's walk this back. We get them to tell us what they did and how they did it and turn everyone back, and then we kill them.
I
we
think
consider it.
that we consider it.
Consider it.
Honestly, we might have to leave it up to the Strixhaven authorities because we're not even in jurisdiction.
We're not
of-
here.
We don't have diplomatic immunity here.
Right. Yeah.
True.
I have
But we
Tater.
But we should. Number one, get to them.
Yes.
Javanesh,
All right.
let's go.
Or, yeah.
right.
Actually, Javanesh and Larine, you should go. You should.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So we can revisit this what we want to do after this next week if we want to stay and risk being fractalized ourselves.
Oh.
Or if we
Wow.
Yeah.
Do it.
Even
yeah.
like
So, if you have any questions for our characters, make sure to type question in the chat and type your question, and we will do our outros, and then we will answer any questions that come up in the chat after we finish our outros. So let's go in reverse order with Tanya.
Okay, I will be on my channel, Cypher Tier, playing some Capcom Fighting Collection and or Elden Ring, but Tuesday, it is the finale of the mini campaign for Women in Games International Get Proud campaign. We've got a lot of neat stuff to give away, including 2-pack West Passes, a Go XLR, and loot from Wiggy. My players have been plotting to seduce the goose on Twitter, so I have no idea what's going to happen. They made Cinder. Yes, they actually hashtag seduce the goose and made Cinder instead of Tinder in the game last week.
Oh,
So
okay.
someone please show up and help me in chat. And then, Black Dice is back. We got Brother Uriah back. And I think that's it because we will not be back here next week because it is a holiday weekend.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go to Brian since Eugenio's there.
That's right. Yes, Eugenio is not with us this week, but you can find Eugenio here on Sundays and also streaming on his own channel, DM Jazzy Hands, on Twitch and Twitter, all the socials. I believe he is still doing some charitable fundraising streams this month for Pride, so please stop over and give a good Rivals hello. I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian, pretty much everywhere on the internet. I am going to have a nice, quiet week. This past week was pretty busy, and I am happy to wrap up like some work stuff today. And I stream on Tuesday, and then I might be doing Golf with Your Friends. They've released a new pack, so we may be playing that on Tuesday evening. And other than that, you'll see me back here on Sunday with these. Wait, are we on? Yeah, we're on this week. No, we're not.
No.
we're not on
No, we're
next
not.
week because
Mhm.
it's a holiday.
Yes, we
so,
are. No, we're not.
So yeah, you'll just find me somewhere on the internet.
Yeah.
Over to you, Masood.
Hey.
And actually, so before we get to Masood, special shout out to like Eugenio. I was watching his stream where he was raising money for Trans Empowered, where like him and Sam were playing It Takes Two, which is a really, really fun game to watch. I love watching when people stream that game. It's a great co-op game if you never played it. Awesome game. And yeah, they looks like they raised about $3,000 with a match for My Need Diverse Game. So, very, very, very cool stuff on that. Masood.
Hey, it's me, Masood. You can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Marudeboy, MAHRUDEBOI. What do I have got going on in my life? I'm so glad you asked. Well, on Wednesday, it will be the season 1 finale of Stool Pigeons on the I Need Diverse Games channel. Come check us out there. We're currently in the works with the Trident Network about getting our podcast uploaded, or getting our stream uploaded in podcast form. So if you also have missed out, you can catch it up soon. We'll be releasing, we're planning on like mid-July, but we'll keep you in the loop, definitely on my Twitter and on theirs as well. Other stuff I got going on. If you are in Chicago, in the area on July 8th, come through to Jackalope Theater. I'm producing a show. We're calling it Shot with Tom via SMS. My buddy Tom Padinolum is an accomplished chef. He's been featured in a couple articles. One of his dishes is like the main one that was listed on a Michelin-starred restaurant that he was working at, yada, yada, yada. It's going to be really good. He's making dishes inspired by the 3 storytellers and comedians that are performing that evening. So you're going to get a little comedy, you're going to get a little good food. Come through to check that out. It's going to be a good time. July 8th at the Jackalope Theater, Chat with Tom via SMS. And I'm going to put that down my Twitter and Instagram so you can find some more information about it. Yeah. And then otherwise... also, if you're going to Gen Con, come to Gen Con. Come to our event. I'm going to be the GM, and I'm excited about it. That's in August, and I'm sure we'll talk about that more as a group, but I'm mentioning it because I'm already thinking about it. Yeah.
Yeah. Sweet. LaTia.
Me. It is also a quiet week for me. I may stream on my channel if the spirit moves me. Otherwise, you can find everything I'm doing, including my current hyperfixation on gardening, on my Twitter at LaTia Jacquise. Yeah, I very sporadically went out and bought 4 bags of potting soil, 2 tomato plants, 1 okra plant, some basil, and some lavender. So we'll see if anything comes out of that. I went a little overboard. But yeah, anything else? I will be at Gen Con. I will be at SDCC. Doing some panels, maybe doing some games. I'll announce all of that once I have all that information. And yeah, that's me, y'all.
Nice. And I'm Shareef. You can find my stuff at ShareefJackson.com, ShareEF Jackson.com, or Shareef Jackson on all social networks. Pretty quiet for me as well. No other streams or anything going on. Just raising a baby, my sleep schedule is starting to adjust a little bit. I'm starting to get some rest, which is good. I'm almost back on a somewhat normal schedule, even though I'm getting up a lot earlier. I'm able to go to bed a little earlier, so it's back to feeling like a human being, somewhat. So let's get to our questions. First question, for Gazrick.
Virgil.
That's the second question.
Oh, sorry.
The first question is, how many times were you right this week?
In this week, in this episode, I didn't want to keep count, but it was somewhere between 6.5 and 7.
I'd like to know about the half. But
Yeah.
Also, is that like, were you like right in the amount of in a Waterdeep week or a?
That's a good. I don't know how these portals are affecting our time.
We're still on the same plane, right?
Is Strixhaven in a different plane?
I actually don't know.
That was my question.
It's like in its own like. I mean, you could put it like where. I mean, like the source book literally says you could put it wherever you want.
Oh, okay.
But like I think in general, it like kind of exists in its own thing. I mean, the
kind of Narnia-esque.
Yeah, I mean, like the way that I've been playing it is that it like exists separately, but it has these satellite like areas that it's sort of reaching out to, like areas like Waterdeep and stuff. So yeah. All right. Gazrick and Virgil at the spellcasters, if you could enter or affiliate with one college, which would it be? Now, I know we did talk a little bit about this before.
In our post-show content,
it was actually
available to our Patreon members.
Yes. Yes. So if you are part of the Patreon, make sure to listen to the after show where we do go over our different affiliates and college stuff. If you are not in the Patreon, it's a good time to join up and get to some of those chats. Like you can just pay a couple of bucks a month to help us out, and
some say even 10 is the best value price point.
Some say 10.
I didn't know Brian's name was Some now.
I'm just some guy.
Some guy. How difficult was changing your last name to Guy? Actually, that's the toughest part.
The first initial and the last letter stayed the same, so the rest is just like it doesn't matter.
Let me tell you, change your name. Like my wife and I, we're doing like hyphenated thing, and
Oof.
we got married in 2019, and it's still churning through.
Oh my gosh,
a little wonderful system. So. So we will not be here next week for the holiday, but we will be here the week after. So make sure to check us out in 2 weeks. But of course, you can catch up with the archives on YouTube, podcasts, all that stuff, and the Patreon stuff, of course. So we will see y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great 2 weeks, y'all. Peace.
Don't go anywhere. We're rating. Don't go anywhere.
Hang out.
We're gonna rate.
Yes.
We're gonna do a bit
Take
of raid
that
at the
back.
Opera Gate.
Piece is removed.
Yeah. Nobody moves.
But send that piece to the Opera Gate.
We will send that piece.
Yeah.
We will remove that piece and then send it back to.
Wow.
We'll turn you all into fractals. We will. Okay.
True.
I used the new duo emote for our raid call.
Oh, we love it.
Yes.
That's good.
Love that.
All right. Now we're rating. If DC, you can take us to the end screen.